You know it's bad if I bumped Kyrie out of the Open, because that's where I would have gone. Kyrie doing Kyrie things. And then I've got thoughts on the NBA. The NBA is tightening things up. New restrictions involving COVID, and the players are not happy. And I understand why they're not happy, but at the same time, if they want to play and they want to get paid and they want there to be a season, they're going to have to comply. I mean, it's one of those lose-lose, suck situations. The restrictions are pretty brutal. So the NBA is in a tough spot. The NBA is in a tough spot because of COVID. Numerous positive tests, multiple games being postponed, and now what you have is some really rigid protocols that are going into place in an attempt to deal with it. Like every team in the NBA needs to deal with these new rules, including the Brooklyn Nets. But the Brooklyn Nets are the only team in the league that has to deal with another challenge altogether. Kyrie Irving. You know, the guy who seemed to be claiming that he wanted to be a player coach back in the offseason. Yeah, that guy did not play for the Nets in last night's game against Denver. He didn't play in the game before that, or the game before that, or the game before that. Last night, then, was the fourth straight game that he's missed. He's expected to miss tonight's game against New York, and then Saturday's game against Orlando. So, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six. Maybe six. 6 games is a decent chunk of the season. By Saturday, the Nets would have played 14 games, and Kyrie, it looks like, is going to miss 6 in a row. So why? Injury? Positive test? Answer, not sure. Nobody really knows. It's been called, quote, personal leave. So what does personal leave involve? Also not exactly clear. When is it over? Not exactly clear. But there was the video that surfaced of Kyrie on Monday partying maskless at his sister's birthday party in Orange, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm pro-family. I'm all about it. I'm all for celebrating your sister's birthday. That's great. That's awesome. Family comes first. But maybe, and hear me out on this, maybe partying maskless during a pandemic is not the best idea. Maybe it's not the best idea, especially given the NBA's rules on COVID. Maybe partying maskless at your sister's birthday party during a pandemic is not the best idea when you've been away from the team for a week on personal leave. Again, not my business. If somebody says they're off on personal leave, I'm going to assume that they're dealing with something really painful, something really challenging, something really personal, that they need time away to focus on that. I mean, if you're leaving your teammates in the middle of the fight, in the middle of the season, you must be dealing with some really jacked up stuff. So, how does your sister's birthday party figure into all of that? Was the personal leave so you could plan her party? Doubt that. I mean, it's a different dude now. But I doubt that he would abandon his teammates and coaches so he could go over the birthday guest list or get some of those candles that relight when you try to blow them out or hire a balloon artist. I doubt that he left to do all that. Then again, maybe he did. Because while he's not saying why he's not there, we can see where he actually is, partying with the fam, maskless, when he's supposed to be out sorting through personal issues. Just Kyrie doing Kyrie things. When asked about it, Nets GM Sean Marks issued the following statement. We are aware of the video. Kyrie remains away from the team for personal reasons. A date of his return is yet to be finalized. End quote. Never a good thing when a team has to release a statement which reads in part, we are aware of the video. Still better, though, than Coach Steve Nash saying that initially he had not seen the video, which had to be a lie. And if it's not a lie, it's a bad thing. You know, sort of like, quote, being aware of the video. When somebody is, quote, aware of a video, it's never that they're aware of a highlight video. It's not like they're aware of something awesome that happened. If somebody says they're, quote, aware of a video, that means somebody was in the, bless you, that means somebody was in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing, and probably put themselves in that spot. We're aware of it. Speaking of Nash, if you thought that statement from the Nets was bad, check out the latest response from the coach. Yesterday, Joe Vardon asked Nash if he was sure or at least confident that Kyrie would return at some point this season. That's not good. That's below not good. Notice the question was not, are you sure that Kyrie will play this week? Are you sure Kyrie will play this month? The question was, are you sure that he'll play this season? And the response was, sure. Not exactly a stone-cold lock, was it? Not exactly, take it to the bank. Which makes this thing even more weird. Even more Kyrie. Look, I do want to take one step back. I want to give Kyrie credit for this. Kyrie has a strong record of philanthropy, of giving back. That's not up for debate here. Time and time again, Kyrie has stepped up for people in need, and that's awesome. I want to give him that. But it doesn't change the fact that what he's doing right now is really bizarre and really Kyrie and really on brand. And his brand is being weird. You see, the Kyrie experience is like this wild mix, this wild blend of generosity and selfishness, of wanting to talk a lot to the media, but then blaming the media for what he says, of being a great player, but being a really strange teammate. And right when you thought that it couldn't get any more Kyrie, my man outdid himself last night. I need more time to finish that thought. But he's doing Kyrie things. And when you ask the coach, are you confident we're going to see him again this year? And the response is, sure. That's not very encouraging. So, Kyrie, what's going on, man? I mean, if you have personal issues, respect. I get that. But you're showing up at your sister's birthday party maskless. And then on a Zoom call as a volunteer of an organized event for a candidate for district attorney for Manhattan. That was last night right before tip. Is that weird? Sure.